You woke up today and the first thing you did was complain. The coffee was cold. The Wi-Fi was slow. Somebody texted, "We need to talk," and ended your morning before it even started. Tragic. Now keep that exact brain, that same soft, well-fed modern body, and drop it 10,000 years into the past. No coffee, no bed, no roof. Just you, a scrap of animal hide, and something in the dark that has already noticed you're there. This is the world your body was actually built for. And honestly, it was a nightmare. But here's the part that should bother you. Nobody ever told your body you left. So let's ask the question. Why was being born a human back then so brutal? And why do you still flinch like a part of you is living it right now? Start with the basics. Just staying alive. 10,000 years ago, the leading cause of death was, roughly, everything. A small cut could kill you. A bad tooth could kill you. A cold, wet week could kill you. There were no doctors, no antibiotics, no little band-aids with cartoons on them. If you broke your leg, that was usually the end of your story. You either healed crooked or you didn't heal at all. And you weren't the top of the food chain. Not even close. To a lot of animals, you were a slow, soft, hairless snack with no claws and a bad temper. You sat somewhere in the awkward middle of the menu, and the things above you were patient. Picture an ordinary night. You can't see in the dark. The fire is your only shield, and fire needs feeding. So you sleep in pieces. Someone always stays awake, staring into the black, listening. Every snapped twig is a question. Predator or wind? Guess wrong once, and there's no second guess. You think you're tired today. You have never been tired like a human who slept with one eye on the tree line. Now meet the real villain of the ancient world. Being born. For most of human history, somewhere around a third of babies didn't survive their first year. That's why you always hear that life expectancy was only 30. People love that number. It makes it sound like everyone just dropped dead at 30, on schedule, like a warranty running out. That's not what happened. The number is low because so many babies died that they dragged the whole average down with them. If you survived childhood, you actually had a real shot at your 60s. You just had to win the hardest level first. Being a tiny human in a freezing world surrounded by things that bite. And childbirth itself? Childbirth was a gamble with two lives at once. Big human heads. Narrow human hips. Evolution handed us enormous brains and completely forgot to widen the door. So every single birth was a quiet roll of the dice. No hospital. No painkillers. No backup plan. Just hope, a few helping hands, and a terrifying afternoon. So far, this all sounds like one problem. A dangerous world full of fragile little humans. But that's not the full answer. Because here's the twist almost nobody sees coming. The worst part of being born 10,000 years ago wasn't the wilderness. It was the thing we invented to escape the wilderness. Farming. Right around 10,000 years ago, humans had a bright idea. Stop chasing food across the land. Grow it in one place. Settle down. Build a real life. On paper? Genius. In reality? One of the single worst decisions our species ever talked itself into. And we know this because scientists read the bones. When you line up the skeletons of wild, roaming hunter-gatherers next to the early farmers who replaced them, the farmers lose. Badly. They got shorter. Their bones got thinner. Their teeth rotted right out of their jaws. Living on mostly grain will do that to you. Fun fact, this is roughly when humans invented the cavity. Hunter-gatherers ate a wild buffet. Dozens of plants, meat, roots, whatever the land offered. Farmers ate wheat. Then wheat. Followed by a little more wheat. And it gets worse. When humans finally crowded together into the first villages, they accidentally invented something brand new. The epidemic. Pack a lot of people into a small space. Add some animals. Remove all plumbing. And disease throws the party of a lifetime. Plagues barely existed when we wandered in tiny scattered groups. There was no one to spread to. The moment we settled down and got cozy, germs finally had an address and a guest list. Then there was hunger, a brand new, much scarier kind. A hunter-gatherer who ran out of one food, just wandered off and ate a different one. A farmer who lost one harvest had nothing, and the whole village starved together, in the same place, at the same time. We traded our freedom for grain, and then the grain quietly took us hostage. This is the part people always miss. We didn't bravely climb out of the hard times. We built a more comfortable version of them, gave it a roof, and moved in. So why does any of this matter to you? Sitting there, safe, with a humming fridge 20 feet away? Because you never actually left that world. You're still wearing it. Under your skin. Every craving you have is a fossil. You love sugar and fat because for your ancestors, sweet meant safe, and fat meant you might survive the winter. Your tongue is still chasing a famine that ended thousands of years ago. That 2 a.m. trip to the fridge isn't weakness. It's ancient survival software running perfectly in completely the wrong century. Your fear runs on the same old code. Your heart slams when a shadow moves too fast. Your skin crawls when a room just feels off and you can't say why. That's not your anxiety being dramatic. That's a 10,000-year-old alarm system that kept your entire bloodline breathing. The humans who calmly ignored strange sounds in the dark got eaten. The jumpy, nervous, slightly paranoid ones survived and had children. You are the proud descendant of the scaredy cats. Congratulations. It worked. And then there's stress. Oh, the stress. Back then, stress was a gift. A sharp burst of fear meant run, climb, fight, live. And then it switched off. Your body still fires off that exact same chemical surge today, except now it aims it at emails, at traffic, at a text message that just says, "We need to talk." Same ancient panic. No predator. Nowhere to run. Just you sitting perfectly still, vibrating quietly at a desk. Your body is bravely fighting a saber tooth that turned into a spreadsheet. This is the strange truth about being a human right now. You are an ancient creature wearing modern clothes. A prehistoric survival machine dropped into a world it was never designed for, getting genuinely upset about slow Wi-Fi. And everything that feels broken about you? The cravings, the worry, the restless, can't sit still feeling. Those aren't glitches. They're features. They are the exact reasons you're alive, to be annoyed in the first place. Every one of them was a gift, handed down by someone who survived a world that tried very hard every single day to kill them. So tomorrow, when the coffee's cold and the whole day already feels like too much, just remember, 10,000 years ago, a version of you woke up freezing, starving, hunted, and afraid. And somehow, they made it, through all of it, so that you could be here, comfortable, safe, mildly irritated about the Wi-Fi. Your body still thinks the wolves are waiting in the dark. Maybe today, just gently let it know. They're gone. You won. Now go enjoy that cold coffee. Honestly, your ancestors would have killed for it.